Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning we're going to talk about why a budget will give you freedom to give. So let's jump right into it. So developing and maintaining a financial plan is pivotal to your financial success. So what I wanted to do is look back over the last 11 themes, and I wanted to compile key takeaways that will help you in that process. Now, this will help you make sure that you have proper rhythms for the key components of your personal finances leading up to being able to be more generous. So let's first look at how a plan to spend or a budget affects generosity. Now, it is so important that you tell your money where to go, where you want it to go, instead of wondering where it went or what you spent that money on. So in order to accomplish this, you need to actually have a budget. You need to have a means to track all that is coming in and going back out. A means to designate what will be spent where before it is spent, not when you receive that bank or credit card statement telling you where you spent your money. So there are a lot of different subscriptions that you can opt in for in order to manage your budget. And some of them are as simple as connecting them to your bank account through an API and pulling those transactions in accordingly. Or you could use something as simple as a Google Sheet or an Excel file for the purposes of building and maintaining your budget. So however you decide to do this, it's entirely up to you. But you will find that when you actually go through the process of budgeting your finances, you will find money. You will naturally become more aware of your spending. And most likely, this will influence you to be more intentional with where that money goes. So part of your budget needs to include an avenue for actually giving. Now, I typically designate 10% before taxes to give. So that's 10% of income, gross income, not net, that would go towards giving. Now, giving, of course, does not just come in the form of a monetary gift, but also can be you using your talents and time to pour into someone, or be available to volunteer, or use your skill set as an option to do some pro bono work. But there are so many different ways that you can give back, even if you are not at the point where you can give 10% or more for those causes and for those purposes. So like I said, giving can take many different forms, but when budgeting, it should be included in your monthly spending. You should designate a percentage or a dollar figure each month to give or to be generous, as this really gives legs to the work that you do. Whatever business you run, whatever job that you have, it gives you the ability to feel the fruit of your labor. So going through the process of figuring out how much you have available to give will be especially important, so that you are not giving, but then not actually planning for the other expenses you have. So this means that you will not only be looking at your income and where your income comes from, but you'll also be looking at your expenses and what's going out in the form of payments. Now, how much debt you have tied up in a home, a vehicle, credit cards, student loans, medical debt, personal loans, or whatever else you have, limits your ability to be generous from a monetary standpoint. So this is why I'm so against you mortgaging your future with living a lifestyle you can't afford today. It steals from your ability to meet the needs that arise around you right here, right now, and also causes you a level of burden or a level of stress trying to keep up with that lifestyle creep, trying to keep up with that lifestyle that you can't afford, and it steals your ability to be in the present. So going through building a budget will reveal how many payments you have and who you owe money to that all goes against that income or comes out of that income each month. So this budgeting process should be something that you do on a monthly basis. You should build in a rhythm to your month where you, and if you have a spouse, you both sit down and review together your purchases. Now, I know that finances are a top area of dissension in marriages, so oftentimes people avoid discussing their spending habits, but I would really encourage you to figure out a rhythm that works for you, works for both of you, so that you are on the same page in regards to where money is coming from and where money is going back out to. So if you don't have a significant other, you may consider having a mentor or an accountability partner who is providing you with feedback on your monthly budget. Now, part of that accountability should include making sure that you're not giving into lifestyle creep, inflating your lifestyle based on what other people are doing or based on your income growing, but ensuring that you're putting money in the proper areas based on what your goals are, based on what your vision is, and not getting derailed by all the distractions that you could be putting your money to. So beyond just the budgeting component, it's important to monitor your credit on a regular basis. Being that the budget aspect and your payments and the payments to various creditors ties directly into your credit, it's important for you to look at both of these components. Now, this will be important as a component of reviewing your debt load, ensuring that there are no unauthorized accounts or transactions, as well as allowing you to be aware of your credit rating. Now, you can use a free tool like creditkarma.com, a free monitoring service through your credit card, or ordering an annual credit report to ensure that you're able to keep an eye on your credit rating and making sure that that there's no identity theft or anything else going on that could derail your financial journey. Now, my call to action today is to set a monthly reminder to review your budget. It may initially take a few hours to get everything set up and to get a rhythm going, but it should get significantly faster the more you're aware of where your money's coming from and where it's going to. Now, beyond this, set a reminder to review your credit score annually, as to ensure that all open accounts were actually authorized by you. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.